on the screen right there. 079 607 46784. 079 607 46784. You know what I mean? Call it live off on the show, man. Speak, come on the ends, you know what I mean? So, like I said, you know that movie, Blue Story,
right?
All the Pakistanis went to go watch and they couldn't behave themselves. Had to start chopping everybody up.
Yeah, they I don't know why they go to watch it. You know, the movie ain't about. It's not Slumdog Millionaire.
You know what
I mean, it ain't. You know, Amitabh Bachchan not in that movie. Yeah, you know what I mean. Amitabh Bachchan ain't starring in. You know,
I was thinking the same thing. It was a black movie, but they got all excited and gassed, and it had nothing to do with them, man. It wasn't about Gandhi. It wasn't a movie about Eid or anything. But for some reason, they went more crazy than Israelites themselves, man.
Madness, man. Madness.
Everybody go down crazy. So like I said, I watched the video. You know, I don't really go cinema. You know, I'm a man. I like to watch movies in my yard. You know what I mean? I can't. I don't like popcorn in one hand, drink in the other hand, walking.
Right.
I watched it in my house. So the first time I seen it was blurry. You know what I mean? So I didn't really watch it too tough. You know what I mean? Then you told me to watch it again. So now I got a good copy. When I watched that shit, there's blatant racism in that show, man. And no one even understood it. Everyone just thought, I didn't see it myself until you told me.
Right.
When I saw that, this is racist, man. All throughout the movie, man. You know, a lot of people think, hey, racism all throughout it, man. I couldn't believe it, man. You know what I mean? What was your take on it, sir?
I mean, okay, when the first I couldn't understand why they even had the movie. You get me? I couldn't understand, the purpose of it. To be honest with you, it was like, okay, what is the purpose of this whole movie? Is they trying to play off of the gang thing? You know what I mean? Like, is they trying to glorify it? Is they trying to play off of it? What is they really trying to do with it? But I end up watching it just because I exposed to the UK culture already. You see what I'm saying?
Cool.
I already kind of exposed to the UK culture, so I say, you know what? Let me try and watch it. Let me try and get a vibe on what it is. But I mean, from the time the movie started, I was like, okay, all right, cool. Here, there, watching little things because from watching Top Boy, you kind of have a little base on a little foundation from the shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, Top Boy, my shit, man. What you want?
What you do about Top Boy, sir?
Say again?
Estimating, man.
Yeah, man, Top Boy. Yeah, listen, Top Boy. That my show. Yeah, I mean, I like that. I could watch Top Boy over and over.
It's like I said, sidebar. The Shane no Sully. Who'd you fuck with?
Okay, it's like two different. It's like saying Tupac and Biggie.
Oh, come on, man.
You see, you understand what?
Biggie.
No, okay, you can't really pick one because they're not the same. They're not the same type of dudes. They're not, the motivation different. The way they think is different. So to choose one, it gonna literally be a personality situation. You get me? It gonna be that's your personality, so you're gonna rock with him with that. But I could appreciate both of them niggas because both of them niggas thorough. You know what I mean? When it comes to war thing, the both of them niggas thorough. But their motivations is different. Yeah, I mean, Sully's a cold dude, but he have his own little history. He have his little shit, he abused as a child and blah, blah, blah. All that little emotional shit coming into play with him. So he don't really think strategic. He very emotional. You get what I'm saying? The other dude, what's his name again? The one who Duchesne. Like, he's very strategic. He's not emotional. He in it to win it. So he calculated, meaning he'll take a L today to win the battle tomorrow.
Come on, Kai.
You understand? So it's two different dudes. So to say, who's better, none. They both too different. I can't really rate the two of them one against the other. I think it's really a personal, like, you could identify with certain things with either one. You get what I'm saying?
Come on, Kai, that's there. Come on, Kai.
Yeah, I mean, you can identify with personal things with the other. You watch The Wire, right?
Yeah, that's my show right there, man.
All right, so now in The Wire, you have Avon, Stringer. What's the young boy? The boy, the middle one who just battling with.
All of a guy right
Not
there.
Marlo. Marlo come last. The one in the middle.
Weebay.
No, hold on. It's Avon.
Yeah, Avon. I can't remember his surname. Stringer Bell.
No, it's Avon, Stringer Bell. Then you had the faggot, Salakia.
Omar.
You had Omar, and then you had Marlo. Who you like?
Honestly, I like Avon personally. That's just me. Avon, my guy.
Me personally.
Barksdale, Barksdale,
right? Yeah, Parasha like Stringer, because you know what I mean? Parasha is like that. Damn, all that rapper, you're not a rapper. Yeah, I mean. So it's almost like who you identify with, or you might see something in them that, you know, you could rock with. You know what I mean? Marlo to me was, you know, he's ultimately ruthless. If we talking street shit, if we talking real street shit, Marlo playing to win. That's just the bottom line. Marlo playing to win. Everybody disappearing, dead man tell no tales. He had the fear in the street. And that's that. And when he lose all his muscle, he ain't back down. He didn't go regroup. He'll go out there on his own. That's how it closed out. Remember, it closed out with him on the street. When he say, you don't know who I am, and the dude pull the gun, he take the gun, the dude cut him when he was in his suit. Like, he ain't no punk. You get me? And he in it to win it. When the OG was telling him, listen, this life you live in is only two places, either in the grave or in jail, if you're gonna wear the crown. And he said, but at least I get to wear the crown. So if he telling you what he honor, he don't care nothing about the result. Once he be the boss, the homo, Omar.
He had to go.
Omar is not a drug dealer. Omar, he's a jack boy. He a stick-up kid.
Come on.
But he is ruthless as well. Yeah, you get my point? Like when I say he could hold his own, he could go to war on his own, you understand? Avon, you know, he a boss, he has strings, whatever. That Stringer Bell, boy, I don't know. Prasha, I don't know. I might have to reconsider that guy.
Nah, he was the wisest.
Nah, he was the dumbest one. I'm gonna tell you why. He take all that money and trust a politician.
I got pimped by the politician.
And okay, you wouldn't let Omar rob you, but you let a politician rob you. Politician rob him. The politician meet him in the lobby and tell him some dumb excuse, but give me the money. I can't take you upstairs, and disappear with like how much? 250K, some ridiculous number. So Stringer Bell, he wasn't the smartest, and he was a very grimy ass dude.
Slept with his brethren, his woman, everything.
Yeah, he was grimy. He was a grimy dude. Stringer, you know what I mean? But once again, it's representing different characteristics. So you had to really see what each one is. You know what I mean? You had to see what each one is. So now you come back to Blue Story. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing, okay, they show you the council housing, they show you the projects. What is called the projects over by you all again?
Council estates. The
estates, right? They show you the estate, they show you, the background. But I didn't really pick up on, how bad it was until the sex scene. You know what I mean? So the first they lead up, they show you how the homeboy who had the girlfriend, and then they show you the boy from Top Boy. They show you the different life. How the boy from Top Boy, he's an Israelite, I believe, right? He from Jamaica?
Come on. Boy,
right? He a Yardie, right? The other dude is an African, right? So they show you they're different. They show you the differences with them, their background. They show you, his brother is a big drug dealer, respected in the gang. They show you the other one, mother struggling to make it. And, they're giving you a backstory. So I'm thinking it's just, a backstory. You get me? And, they show you the different things where... One second. Yeah, they show you the different things where the streets wouldn't really accept the other guy, who is the African. Right now, in the movie, two of them playing just black British people, right? They're playing just black British people, and they're showing you how the streets would not accept the African, but the streets would accept the guy, who is the Yardie. You get the point? And then, brother, they show you the sex scene with the African and the girl, and then the Yardie and his girl. And okay, me personally, when I watch movies, I always question everything, like why they show you certain shots, like why they dwell on a child playing with a toy, or something that the camera freeze on something and somebody talking about something. Like there has to be a reason for it. So I'm like, what's the reason for showing him having sex with the broad? Like there's no real reason for that. First of all, it's minors, because even though the actors is adults, they're portraying minors. So why are you showing minors having sex? And then they keep cutting from him to the African. He say one thing to the girl, then they cut to the African saying one thing to the girl. They show you how, the African was on the couch with the girl talking all nice, and he didn't even want to go in the room, like a real old sappy, fussy, right? Yeah, he is sappy. He's sitting down there thinking she nervous, so he better, tiptoe through the tulip. He don't understand, brother. It's, buckle down and get ready. Hold on tight. You get the point? Now, the brother, he have more style and flair. He talking different to her. Then they make their way to the room. And you see how rough the brother is with broad to the man, doggy style. Now, of course, just so everybody watching, because they're going to say, you niggas watching porn. If you watch a movie, they're not showing, it's not explicit. It's just like they're showing you from here up on the people. So you're seeing from his chest up, and then you see the girl kind of bent over. So you're not seeing no flesh, but you could tell what they're doing. So now when they go to the African, taking off the clothes easy. Then he's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want this?" But then she's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you." So I'm like, hold on. What the hell is this? How to do with it? Then I see, okay, they're trying to portray the Yardie as, he rough and vile, and he's just like a monster. He's stupid. But this African got morals, and he's upstanding. You know what I mean? So I didn't pick up on the racism there, but at that time I see, okay, they're trying to show the difference of the two characters. But as the show progressed, I was like, hold up, I pause the shit and I go Google the actor. And I realized as an African, I say, listen, this show is racist. This whole show is to tell you that niggas, the descendants of the Windrush, niggas ain't shit in UK, and Africans is better than niggas. That's the whole show. The whole show is that if an African join a gang, he has a legitimate reason for joining the gang. Like anybody would want to kill somebody who killed their wife, killed a child in front of their face. Right or wrong?
That's right, sir. Come on.
So they make it understandable. But then the Yardie, why is he in there? Because his brother in the gang, his father was in the gang. You know what I mean? The whole thing is just to demonize Israel. The Blue Story is blackface. It's a blackface movie. The other actor, the African, he's really in blackface. He dark skin, but it's an action movie with a man's not hot. Yeah, I mean, scap. Man's not hot. A man's not hot. It's really just an action movie version of that. It's mocking Israel with the knife crime and all. You get the point? Like the whole movie it's really an attack on Benjamin in the UK, similar to how Coming to America was an attack on Judah in America, how Black Panther was an attack on Judah in America. You get the point?
Come on, Carl. So like I said, for me,
yeah, go ahead.
Can I show off a few clips for the viewers watching as well, so they know what we're talking about?
Yeah. Let's go to it. Let's go to it real quick.
Come on, Carl. the screen, sir?
Yeah, I see your screen now.
Hold on, it's loading. Just 1 minute.
Say that again.
Like I said, it's loading now, right? So I'm gonna go to the first scene that a lot of people probably missed.
Where we at now?
We at the part where he goes to his African friend's house for some food and stuff.
Oh, right at the beginning.
Kind of one cancer. Like I got a little buffer from me.
No, so take your time. Take your time. Of course, you're starting to talk about how they're attacking Israel, so of course they're gonna slow down the internet. Don't be surprised if the flooring fall from underneath you. Hell.
Oh God.
Is that the jollof rice right there?
I ain't seeing it. What's going on? Y'all can see it?
Can you see, sir?
Nah, nothing showing.
Suck, check the phone real quick. Suck, let me check real quick. Comes one in the jumper.
Like to me, on my end, the screen is black. I don't know how it is on the
Concert is black.
Let me see.
You want me to try it on my end?
I think.
I'm now seeing
it. It might be that link because I could see the screen, I could see the blue story, the YouTube. It might be that link. And I'm gonna tell you another part too, that stuck out to me. There was a part where the little Benjamin boy, right? The little dude from Top Boy. There was a part where he and his brother talking on the couch, and they're talking about food. I think his brother brought food or asking him if you want to go get food from down by the shop or wherever, right? He say, "Nah, I eat at so and so house, which is the African house." Right, and he started to rate up the jollof rice and thing, and his brother joking about the jollof rice, just like how we just joke about them Africans. And the brother is like, "Nah, the rice was proper, blah blah blah," and how the rice was good and the food was good. And he's like, "Yeah, his mother always cooks. Our mother is not there. We always had to buy food." Brother, I was slap that little boy. I wanted to just run in there and sit there and go, "Watch the goddamn mouth, huh? Your mother working because this empire is against her. This empire is against her. She ain't there. That's why your brother is a drug dealer, because this empire keeps her a slave." Just like, with this coronavirus, where everybody had to go into work and, you can't miss work. You had to go in there to show them you're sick. But this African, they're trying to make it now that his mother is a better mother than Israelite's mother. Brother, listen. I watched the movie a second time after the whole thing. I was like, listen, let me go back and watch this thing here, because this year, if the race part is not in the movie is trash. Because what is the point of it? To show us a tragic story? You get the point? Like, what is the real point of the movie? The movie revolved around two so-called friends. One girl died and they became enemies, right? That's what the movie revolved. If you take race out of it, it's two friends. One of them girlfriend died. They became enemies, and that's it. There was no, no complex plot like Top Boy, how the drugs was coming from some rich Irish millionaire who owned a shop downtown, was giving the young boy the drugs to sell in the estates. You know what I mean? There was no political tie. Like there was no plot in the movie other than these is niggas and these is Hamites.
Right.
These is Africans. And this African is getting revenge because these niggas are so reckless, they killed his girlfriend. And now they ruined him for life. So, Mist, don't feel sorry for Mist. But if Stormzy do something, well, we could understand if Stormzy, you know, rob somebody or stab somebody because, you know, Africans are better people than these niggas. You get the point?
Color one, color. So
Yeah, go ahead.
That was the clip I was trying to show. Like in the movie, his mom's cooking jollof rice for him and his friend. Then when he goes home, his friend's like, "Oh, so what? You're eating that nasty African food?" He's like, "Nah, man. You know what I mean? When last has our mom cooked?" Showing that those niggas, they don't ever cook, man. Them Israelites, they don't never cook. They don't have a family structure.
That was disrespect. Real disrespect.
What I'm saying ain't crazy because the director's African. You know what I mean? Rap Boy or Andrew and the Woolblue, whatever. Yeah, he wrote that, man. I know for a fact he had an agenda behind it. The whole movie.
Pull him up. Let me see his face. Pull his face up, please. I want to see, you know, what the hell he looked like. I keep hearing he was a Hamite, but I wasn't absolutely sure. You know what I mean? I wasn't absolutely sure about it, but I wanted to know. You know what I mean?
Salakia, for me as well.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There was an uproar about the same thing not too long back, where a woman, she said that when like she was young, her African mom used to say, "Be home at 9," but then she goes on to say, with the Jamaicans, they come home when they want. My mom made sure that, you know, my homework was done. I believe it was on Black Chat. It's like a thing where they, you know, discuss like anything. So there's Africans there and some Jamaicans there, and on one of the shows that was the debate, and yeah, like a lot of the Africans were acting like as if the Jamaicans are just so bad, and you know, us and then them from their African background, they were just raised up so right, and that's pretty much what they believe.
Yeah, they raised up so right, my ass. They ain't raised up right at all. They got culture the minute they land in Croydon. The minute they land in, you know, Erdington, that's when they get culture. Other than that, they'll be smelling stink walking around London with ashy, cracked up heels and some ugly ass slippers with colors that don't match. Talking about, hey, brethren, bumbleclap, like the goddamn retard with no flavor. They get culture when they come around our neighborhoods. They ain't raised right. You telling me about they raised right? There's nothing raised right about no Africa. Go ahead, Slack it.
Before they came to England, like, you know, they was wearing dashikis and, you know, do what they used to do, man. They'd come to England, roll with us, learn how to talk, learn about Wagwan, safe, dress like us, put on a tracksuit, look half decent. And now they want to frown. Now they want to frown at us,
right?
So that we're the uncivilized one, man. When we taught you everything, man.
And if I can add on to that, when I was young, any African, they was ashamed to be African. They would lie and say that they're Jamaican. There's somewhere you're up that it may sound very ignorant what I'm gonna say, but in the UK, I didn't even know Africans even there at one point. Anytime I saw a black person, I thought they was from Jamaica. And then when you look at their last name, Akumalus, what was the African name?
From. Yeah. Some long stupid name. Some long name that don't make no goddamn sense, you know, about nothing. And listen, they'll say they're us while they broke. Because we broke, and to survive among us, they're going to have to, you know, they're going to have to, you know, pretend to be us. But when they come up, brother, they let you know they're African.
Come on, can't slack yourself. When in the 90s, when there was nobody, they were lying want to be us. Now, because, you know, Burna Boy come out, Afro beats is, you know, half decent. After they stole our culture anyway, sounds like Calypso. Now they want to be African now. So it goes to show that we shouldn't trust them, man. We should never let no one in. You know what I mean? Their girls, the nasty Hamite girls found a pair of heels yesterday and some what's called Fenty makeup. And now they think they're better than us, man. Talking about, nah, I ain't no Caribbean. I'm better than them. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, if you remember when what's his name? Fire in the Booth nigga.
Charlie Slough,
No, not Charlie Sloth. You know, man's not hot.
Michael Dapper.
Right, Michael Dapper. When he came to America after he done get the millions, he was on the Breakfast Club, and you know the Breakfast Club staff, right? Envy, the Gill, and Charlemagne. Charlemagne say, "Yo, where is what's his character's name?
Big Shaq.
Big Shaq." He said, "Where's Big Shaq?" The interview is with Big Shaq. He's like, "Nah, you getting Michael Dapper today," because he don't want the world to see him as a nigga.
That's right.
He want the world to see him as this, this African, and he put on some African brand. Some might have a brand that's similar to Gucci. The stripes were similar. Look for the video. Look for the picture with it. He promoted the African clothing line on the show, but it wasn't a dashiki. It was like a T-shirt, but it had some brand on it. And he's like, "Yeah, well, I want to tell the world about Michael Dapper, not Big Shaq." Because he want the world to not see him as just Big Shaq. He want the world to know he's an actor, a good actor, and he could write, and he could, meaning you will ride our culture until you get big. But when you get big, you're an African. You get the point?
That's right.
The same thing with them, with that Hamite who all them sisters like to lust over. I know that's break them sisters' heart when you find out Idris Elba is African, right? Idris Elba's first role was what? His first major role was what?
On The Wire.
The Wire. His first major role was The Wire, where he had to play us. He had to play one of us. You understand? And nobody knew he was British then. He had to come. I think he had to come stay in New York for a bit. He had to come now learn that Baltimore accent. But now he's African. But although, let me just put it out there, I never really hear him tout Africa the way other Hamite actors do. And his vibe, I don't know. I'll give you all that. The jury might be out on him. He might be one of them. One of them try the spirit, people.
You know what? You got to cut some slack, sir. You know why you got to cut some slack? Because he bodied the Bossy rhythm, man. Come on, man.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, ain't no how I doing that. I don't know, bro. We gotta do it. We gotta wait until let's say we gotta wait until Christ comes. We gotta wait until Christ comes now.
Bossy was Idris, man, all the way.
So who said Bossy was not Idris? Farasha?
It wasn't Idris. I beg to differ that way.
So who rock Bossy? You can't say Sean Paul. You cannot say Sean Paul.
Nah, I'll probably say Sedef London. I'd have to say, out of all of them, her verse was the best. Honestly, me personally, the song isn't great, but her verse was the best.
Listen, man, whose man's is this at? Whose man's is this?
Come on, say Idris did body that. But nonetheless,
okay, to be honest with you, his lyrics wasn't that great, but I think part of why people liked his verse the best, they wasn't looking for him there.
Come
and they was looking for him to come on and rap like a actor who trying to rap. They didn't expect him to come on with the swag and the style, and you know what I mean. And he come on like an Israelite like that. He come in there like an Israelite. Let me put it like that. All right.
Say it, man. So like I said, Nakapaya said Steph London had this rhythm.
Yeah.
Listen, it must be something in the blood. It must be something in the blood with the critics. The critics related. That's nepotism. I call it nepotism. Y'all related. Y'all can't. I can't take it. Hey, Craft, you want to the Facebook? The Facebook down?
Come on, concert. It's rotating, loading back up again.
I think them bastards block it for some reason.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see if
yeah, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. They'll for sure fight us, on the shit. They'll for sure fight us on the shit all the way. But you know what I mean. But that's their That's what they do. They would ride our culture until they come up. You know what I mean? You trying it one more time?
Color one, kind of is showing black at the moment. Color one, kind of just black, sir.
You want me to see if I could pull it?
If you could, sir.
What's the name of the video?
No, I got it on I got a link, you know, on YouTube. I can which one other one?
Slacky, if I can add on to it as well, even with like UK rap back in the day, Africans never said that they was even African themselves. They would rap, but you know what I mean, where they originated from, that was unknown. But now they come out with it in their wordplay. You know, they're from Gambia, Ghana, but before that, that wasn't known. You know,
Exactly.
they would rap, but
they would hide it.
From
yeah, they would hide the shit like what's this dude? Skepta. I didn't know Skepta was a Hamite. Is he a Hamite? Yeah, I didn't know he was a Hamite. So it's like, you know, who is there to really follow is, you know, you have your Mist, you have your Saf One, you have your Nines. You know what I mean? But how much of our artists is in the mainstream, like how Stormzy is? You know what I mean?
Not much.
Like, I don't think any. I don't think any. I mean, Mist might be the closest one. He might be the closest one to, you know, mainstream, ready to break out of the UK outside of Stormzy. You know what I mean?
A few others, but mainly the all Hamites.
Yeah, they don't hijack the culture, man, and that's what it is. Like that blue story, man. I low key want to go investigate to see if I could sue this damn producer for you know making that damn racist movie. That movie was anti-Semitic, man. That movie was real hardcore racism. Is it playing? You got it to play?
I got one clip, sir. But I got the full movie won't play. But I got a clip where you know the Hamite, he's in a gang, but he's not all the way bad. But the brother now, the Jake now, he's all the way bad. You know what I mean?
Let's see if we could get it. If not, we just move on. I might want to blow up the screen though.
It's taking time, sir. It's gonna blow up in a minute, sir.
Right. So this is the scene on the bus, right?
All
right. Pause it first. Pause it. Don't let it play yet. Right. Yeah. Pull it back now. See if you can pull it back and turn up the volume. Right. So I think this is the scene right after. Right. It's 3 years later. This is after the girl get killed in the fight. The girl got a brick in her head in the fight. She wasn't supposed to be there. That's what she get for going with Africa. All right. I ain't glad she did it in the movie, but let that be known. You go with your heathen. If trouble take you, then you know, love it, eat it up all day. All right. So she go with this Hamite. She got a brick in her head. She dead. Boom. So 3 years later, this is what's going on. Right, so that's the crew right there, right? That's his gang.
The African boys gang.
Pause it. Any way to turn the volume up on it more? Yeah, pull it back, and let me hear the volume better so everybody will hear. But not everybody might be familiar with the movie. So okay, let me just narrate this. This is just a random dude on the bus. The African who played in the movie, after his woman died, him and his crew come on the bus. But of course, the young boys in London, they're robbing everybody, and they go to rob this young boy of a phone. And then the African steps in and says, "No, this young boy is not in the game. He's not in a gang. We shouldn't rob him." All right, keep going. Play it. Let's see if they can hear it. Move them out from the screen arc so that timepiece there will move.
Run your fucking shit, yeah? I turn this thing to a fucking crime scene in there. You stupid, blood. Huh? Pass that, blood. You fucking mad, blood. You pussy don't even know man is, blood. You fucking Peckermutes, blood. I swear to you, I'm not Peckermutes. He lives in Scarlet. I live in Elephant. Shut up, I smack your teeth down your throat, you dickhead. Give him back their phone, man. Oh, what? You heard me, fam. Where? Because they look like young. So what? You think I give a fuck about Peckermutes? Listen, they look like they're part of it. So what, fam? Run them back, man.
Pause it, Ak. Listen, the brainwashing is so deep, Ak. The one in the green hat is an Israelite. He go rob the boy. You hear how much he cuss on the show?
He swears all the time. He swears
F it, man. For them, you think a pussy on, man. You don't know effing talking to, man. You don't know who man is, blood. And then he come in there with the hood on, like if he's so goddamn moral and right. And he is like, allow it. Let him go. Like he talking like, he's the general, he's the G. And he bad up the next dude. He totally son him and make it give it back. And then they show you how the Israelite one didn't like that he had to give him back the phone. He was vexed that he couldn't harm somebody who was innocent. Now, you put that out in a time where it's so much goddamn knife crime, Mark. What are you saying to the viewing public about crime in London?
Saying it's done by niggas.
Exactly. When knife crime is them Kushite, them Ethiopian, them Somalian, and them doing a lot of them stabbings too.
That's right.
They're doing a lot of them stabbing. All the shootings is them niggas.
That's
them
right.
Pulling up in the BMW and lighting you up. Somebody sent me a video the other day from Birmingham. It was last year. I think last year summer.
Kind of spraying the whole ends up.
And it was like a tunnel they was going through. The dudes was running. And then one dude turned around and he thought he'd get away and they run him over and then turn around and spray. Man, them was packies. You understand? When I was there in 2016, the brother right up in hands would get shot in his head by some packies on some drug shit. You remember?
Come on, Khan.
He gets brain pushed back. But yet still in the movies that everybody consuming, the white man consuming it, the Arabs, the Africans, everybody, they pit us as if we are the extremely violent ones. When that ain't the truth. That ain't the truth. So it's a bias all the way. So when the cops show up, he extra aggressive with us because he just watched Top Boy or he just watched this. You get the point?
Cut him on card socket. Even if I may, even Top Boy would at least more fair. Top Boy would blame the Albanians for some shit. Would blame the Turks for some shit. But this is strictly blaming niggas for everything.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because okay, the gangs were supposed to be selling drugs, right?
That's right. Come on, Con.
We ain't see one drug sale for the whole goddamn movie.
Come on,
Did you see one re-up?
La Asa, that one.
Nothing. So what the movie was about?
It was about making Jakes look bad, man.
Man, you understand what I'm saying? Like, if this is gangs, then some way you had to show the gang activity. Some way you had to show where these niggas, how these niggas wearing gold and have cell phones and driving cars. How is this happening? But you ain't shown none of that. This is a love story between an African and an Israelite, and his best friend being an Israelite, and they fall out. It's really a love story. That's Blue Story is really a love story that went bad because this young girl, they made the young girl, and she's a sister, right? I hope so.
I believe so. I'm not sure. Don't quote me.
I believe so. I think I looked her up. She ain't got no funny name. I believe she's a sister. You get the point? Like this is ridiculous. Go ahead and play it out.
Fake, man, I hate bro. Oh my God, bro. You always come like some fucking Mother Teresa. Fuck's sake, man. Shit. Spread the word that younger man is on the ends.
What he say? Spread what?
Spread the word that Young Matters is on the ends. He just said his name. Basically, spread the word that I'm back.
Yeah, like the same thing they do with Shutters. Shutters is our next movie. One of my favorite movies. But Shutters has pissed me off because they make the white man the hero.
That's right.
You get the point? You remember what he do when he come in the shop with Teddy Brockshot? After he stick the gun in Teddy Brockshot nose. Yeah, Teddy Brockshot come up and do all this kind of thing. He stick the gun in his nose, and then he take the ring, and then he tell them, man, yo, spread the news. Top Shutters back in town. And he's a heathen. You know what I mean? That's what they do to us, man. They do all these things to us and make the heathen seem like he is so moral. Even in that movie Shutters, the white boy, Bob Marley's son, who is a white man, they make him seem like he was the one wanted a relationship. He was the one wanted better for himself. But Max and Sprague Benz, they was just some reckless,
Max and Wayne.
Yeah, Max and Wayne. Wayne was just reckless, killing everybody. You know what I mean? Wayne go to buy a watch, take the broad with him. Broke out the broad one time, and then leave her there to get shot in the party. You see what I'm saying? But Max girl, the old China girl, she get to go with him to the end. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta watch the brainwashing on it when you really look at the actors they use. You understand? When they do these things to us, they really demonize us. And we look at it like it's just entertainment, but it's an attack on us, man. It's a full-out attack on us. You know what I mean?
For me, it's crazy, man. It's like you got attacks from all areas. You know what I mean? Hollywood, school system, and even movies that you think is black, like you think Shutters are all black cast. You think you think Blue Stories are all black cast. Even in that, they're showing you that listen, we ain't you, man. Even attacking that, saying listen, your people are the problem, man. We ain't like you. Like in the movie Blue Story, the African was a gangster, but there's a reason why he was a gangster. He was, his girlfriend died, man. You know what I mean? Let's sympathize with him. You don't want to be like this. You guys in your blood. You're born gangsters. You're just terrible. You're gremlins. But him,
right.
He experienced some trauma, man. The reason
right.
why he was born this way.
Exactly.
It was nice to him. He got jollof rice every day, but you know what I mean? You was heading that way anyway, man. So it's cool. You know what I mean? And even then, look, he's giving the phone back. He ain't that bad, man. See, the Jake now, he wants to rub the phone.
Exactly. Come on, man. Come on. He give him the phone back. And listen, and they make everybody respect him. Like, it's how much men he was rolling with. And he come in there and he get up in everybody's face. And, he had the heaviest voice. The other dude voice light. His voice heavy. You know what I mean?
He was new on the ends as well. He was new on the ends. Come on, man.
It's and then, okay, there's another part too where, you remember, the Yachty brother, his crew, had braced him a day and say, yo, what you doing here? They was trying to pull up on the Smalley he wanted. Right? They was trying to pull up on her. And then he came up to her and talked to her. And then they stepped to him and they say, yo, I'll wet you up right here. And like he was going to pull out the knife on him. And then he ain't flinch. He stayed there and stare him down like he's so bad. And then the Yardie had to step in and bail him out. Like they was climbing up. They was climbing up to show you that the heathen had more morals than the Yardie. And the sex scene was the turning point of it. Like, why would you show that? They're minors, or they're supposed to be minors. You get the point? Why would you You go to him with his woman. Now, two of them with a woman at the same time in different parts, different rooms, different buildings, different parts of the city. Why are you going back and forth between them? The African and he on the broad face to face, the Yardie dog style, and he just, he riding a horse. He just, what I mean? Like they try to make it seem like we so goddamn ruthless, but with them it's something else. What's going on there? What Blue Story comedy rumor? The African comedy class?
Checks banging on my door. But Caliban cancer, for real, man. But Slack said, if I may as well, do you know recently Boris Johnson had a baby? You heard about that, yeah?
Tell me about it.
I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people didn't know about Boris Johnson. Something that we could never get away with. You ready for it?
Come on, wow. He an Israelite. Don't tell me he an Israelite.
Boris Johnson recently had a child. I keep in mind Boris Johnson.
I'm hearing you too well, like you're off the mic.
So recently Boris Johnson had a child, and Boris Johnson is the Prime Minister of the UK.
Right.
And this is something that black people we would never get away with in a million years. So look, I'm gonna read this. Can you see the screen, sir?
Hold on. Yeah, I see it now.
So it reads. This is the newspaper.